Test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. 1 2. Testing 1 2. 1 2. Testing 1 2. Check 1 2. 1 2. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome to another season of Edcouch Elsa Lady Jackets Volleyball. 2019 season is upon us. Once again, John Cannon here, got the reins on the microphone. Of course, joining me as always will be our cameraman, Mr. Pete Vallejo. And first home game of the season for the Lady Jackets, kind of a switch. Originally, this game was supposed to be played in Edinburg at noon today, but it was switched to over here at Edcouch. Tonight at 6 p.m., we are playing in the Robert M. Capello Senior Gymnasium. Reason for that is they're doing some work on the new gym. There was some damage to the floor, so it's still being worked on. But I'll tell you what, you got a beautiful facility here at the Capello Gym, brand new floor. I mean, it's they've been practicing here. These girls, they call this their, I guess their home away from home in a way. So there's really no difference here. The only big change that I see is we're sitting on one side of bleachers as opposed to both sides of the bleachers. Got a packed house here tonight. The Edinburg High Lady Bobcats will be taking on your very own Edcouch Elsa Lady Jackets. Just to give you a little information on our Lady Jackets, they come into this contest at 6-2 overall. They have wins over Rowe, San Benito, and Laredo Martin. This weekend they played in the Donna ISD tournament, and they were runner-up to Harlingen South. Of course, they are the defending District 32 5A champions, by-district champs, and area finalists. They do have 7 returning players coming back this year and 6 seniors on the squad. So here we go. We're underway. Megan Acevedo with a serve and scores an ace right there for the Lady Jackets. Lady Jackets take a 1-0 lead. Looking at the starting rotation for the Lady Jackets, you have on the front, you have India DeVoe, number 2. You have Brianna de la Peña, number 6. And then Veronica Elizondo, number 10. Completing the back row, we have number 5, Sarah Flores. We have number 3, Arissa Cavazos. And, of course, number 11, Megan Acevedo. That is your starting lineup tonight for the Lady Jackets. Tonight, a little bit of a different view, I guess you could say, as we are on YouTube. Gave you guys a little treat to kind of start the season tonight. So, Lady Jackets so far jump out to a 2-0 lead. We will be joined here shortly by Braden DeVoe. He is taking driving lessons. So, should be here shortly. He's going to be calling a bunch of games with me again this year here at home. So, Lady Jackets once again score another point. So far, it's been all Megan Acevedo. 3 straight service points to give the Lady Jackets a 3-0 lead. Another ace scored by Acevedo. It's 4 in a row. Of course, you remember last year, she made history by scoring 25 straight service points in a 25-0 win over Porter. 25 straight service points. That was history. And we were there to watch it. It was definitely something to see. So first point of the match scored by the Lady Bobcats. Got a good crowd on hand for both sides. Nice dig by the setter for Edinburg High, but ball does fall in from there. It'll be 5-1 Lady Jackets. It's going to bring up Veronica Elizondo, the lefty. And then Brianna de la Peña gets the tip over the net. 6-1. Of course, the Lady Jackets come in with their head coach, Gloria Trevino. She was last year's RGV Sports Coach of the Year. Led her team to a 13-1 record in her first season. And, of course, that district championship as well. Nice kill shot by Brianna de la Peña, the 2 in a row for her, 7-1. Lady Bobcats come in. Head coach is Dina Dominguez. So once again, served by Veronica Elizondo. Brianna de la Pena looking to make it 3 in a row, and she sure does that. Gets that ball over the net. One question that we've been looking for was who was going to take that outside hitter spot, I guess you could say. Of course, Paloma Ibarra had secured that spot for quite some time. She was MVP of the district. She's off to college. Actually, they are on the road right now on their way to Central Methodist University. Her mom and dad are tuning in as well as Paloma. So, Paloma, we definitely want to wish you the best up there. Know you're going to represent well as an Eagle now. But she's one of the ones we have to replace, as well as the big girl, Neda Ibarra, who is also going to Central Methodist. But I'll tell you what, so far, Brianna de la Pena has shown that in the middle, up front, she's done a pretty good job. Had 3 straight points in a row, 2 key kill shots. And so that's something that I know that Coach Gloria Trevino was definitely looking for. Had a lot of high expectations for her to kind of fill that position. So coming out of a timeout, your score is 8-1, Edcouch Elsa. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in on both the Edcouch Elsa ISD YouTube channel as well as on the Edcouch Elsa Sports Network Facebook page. And I actually have some breaking news for you about the Edcouch Elsa Sports Network. We've got a change coming up. And some people know about it, some people don't. I will let you know about that here shortly. It's in the works, and definitely something that you guys are really going to like. So don't want to let the cat out of the bag just yet. I want you to stay on a little bit longer with us, but I will let you know what's going on. So another point scored by Lady Jackets. They are now well in command, 9-1. Once again, Elizondo, the lefty, back to serve. India DeVoe with a kill. She gets that one in. DeVoe scores that point, 10-1. She was another one that Coach Trevino was saying she was looking for her to come up big with some power, to provide a little power. So, of course, India back from an injury. I talked to her during the summer, and she said she's healed up and ready to go. So that definitely is a good sign. That was a nice return serve by number 10 for Edinburg. That one landed right in. Ends that run for Edcouch. Scores now 10-2. Sarah Flores able to get that one over. Gets it in off the block. It's 11-2, Edcouch. Now serving Brianna de la Pena. We're going to go through the roster for the new look. I guess you could say new look Lady Jackets. It's really not new look, but we have, of course, number 2, India DeVoe. Number 3, Arissa Cavazos. Number 4, Juliana Garces. Number 5, Sarah Flores. Number 6, Brianna de la Pena. Number 8, Bianca Garcia. Number 10, Veronica Elizondo. Number 11, Megan Acevedo. Number 15, Vida Ibarra. And number 17, Sarah Sambillo. That is your varsity squad for the 2019 Lady Jackets. So 11-3, India DeVoe able to kind of reach back a little bit and get that one over. That one lands in, nicely placed by Edinburg. You've got two teams here that have a ton of tradition. And speaking of Edinburg High, they've got tradition when it comes to football, of course, basketball, volleyball, softball. I know they themselves have won some district championships in volleyball. They have made some runs in the playoffs. So they're definitely a team that you can never overlook. So 12-4, Edcouch Elsa in command here in the first set. Tonight we will be going best of 5. Earlier, the freshman JV Light and JV did go best of 3, but in this one we are going best of 5. So Sarah Sambillo, who is now in for the Lady Jackets serving. Sambillo gets a beautiful serve over. Arissa Cavazos with a nice save. Megan Acevedo going to try it again. Nice block by Edinburg. And wow, I got to give Edinburg credit. That was they were tough on the net there. Megan twice tried to get that ball over, and that front line of Edinburg stayed right with it. So kudos to them. They definitely earned that point. Trying to stay in good graces. I'm sitting here with Edinburg fans, so don't want to get lynched. I want to keep the peace here as much as I can. So another point scored by the Lady Bobcats, and I'll tell you what, early on they had some struggles going on, but have now started to come on a little bit as they have scored 5 points to cut the lead to 7. Another point for Edinburg. So 13-7. Edcouch needs to try to get back on track here if they can. And Edinburg, who went on a small run, Edcouch finally able to break that run as they now double the lead, 14-7. Acevedo hits that one over. They've got a net call. So serving is number 5, Sarah Flores. Veronica Elizondo, the lefty, and I'll tell you, she possessed a lot of, I guess you could say, kind of like a left-handed pitcher in baseball. It's really kind of tough to adjust to when she hits it. You know, you have a lefty that kind of has a natural curve in baseball. Well, when she hits it with a lefty, it kind of has a little bit of a spin that can just kind of fall in an awkward situation. So, and we saw that a lot last year from Elizondo. So 16-7, Lady Jackets up. Score another point for Lady Jackets, 17-7. After tonight, the Lady Jackets will be traveling to Sinton as they will be competing in the Sinton Volleyball Tournament. They head out, I believe, on Thursday. So Sarah Flores once again. And one thing Sarah does, and some girls in volleyball do this when they serve, they do that little hop jump, I guess you can call it, when they hit the ball in the air. I think it gives them a little bit of elevation, also helps them kind of get the ball over a little bit. Why, you ask me if it's done, I really don't know. I'm not a coach. I will find out for you, though, about that. But you do see a lot of players that do that, what I'm going to call the hop, jump, and a hit, I guess. I don't know if that name makes sense, but we're going to go ahead and call it that for now. I know it probably has a technical term, and some of you guys are saying, Cannon, how do you not know this? But, you know what I'm talking about. So 18-7, Edcouch. Acevedo once again strong on the net. Gets that one in. And again, the front line tried to defend that one from Edinburg, but it does fall inside. 19-7, Lady Jackets. So far, Sarah Flores. to about 6 straight service points. Once again, nice job on the front line by Elizondo and Vida Ibarra. So my sidekick has finally arrived, and I'm not going to tell you what his text said. He said he is officially back from his drinking lesson. That was what his text said. I don't want to know about that. I'm praying you said driving, because your mother's looking right at me when I mention that. But anyway, Braden DeVoe once again going to be joining me quite a bit this year in the booth. And Braden, welcome back. Another year, man. I tell you what, I was talking earlier about this team. We've got a lot of experience back. I know we lost, obviously, Paloma and Neda. But tonight, we've seen Brianna de la Peña. She's been one of the girls that Coach had talked about stepping up. Megan Acevedo, and also India. And I think those are kind of the 3 girls that you're looking at to provide some of that power up front, and also, to maybe fill that middle blocker position.
Yeah, we're going to need a lot of girls to step up and fill this middle blocker position this school year. But I feel like they can do it, and they're going to step up to the challenge and take it head on.
So 20-9, Lady Jackets. So Braden and I, right after this first set, we're going to break some news for you on a change to the Edcouch Elsa News Network and the Edcouch Elsa Sports Network. It's something that we've all been planning here for quite some time, and we've discussed it. Braden, myself, Roberto, our chief photographer, and a couple of the guys, and we finally pulled the trigger, and it's literally almost done. There's just a few little kinks we're still trying to work out, but we're going to be telling you that about that shortly. And actually, we're going to go and do it right now. So, Braden, we have a brand new network that's going to be coming out here very shortly. I'm going to let you break the name. Let everybody know what's about to debut here really, really soon.
We're going to have the new Edcouch Elsa News Network.
No.
The website. Well, we're going to have their website, a new website. You can find everything over there that you want, pictures, videos.
He's already got it wrong, ladies and gentlemen.
I think I know what
It is called Jacket Network. Yes. We're going to forgive him. It's his first game. It's all right. He's still in training mode. But, yes, Jacket Network will officially be debuting here. Again, I know I've been saying it's coming. I've been meeting with the website designers, putting it all together. Basically, what Jacket Network is going to involve is it's going to be your one-stop shop for everything news, sports, entertainment. We're going to throw some weather out there. We're going to have schedules, social media. It will be a combination of written stories. We're going to have some videos. We're going to have highlights. We're going to have pictures. We're going to have, you name it, we're going to have it. So instead of having to go to YouTube for the news, go to YouTube for the sports, go to Facebook for this, go to that, we're going to have everything on this brand new Jacket Network. And you're going to like it. It's similar to what EE Sports was, but with a little bit more. Obviously, like I said, it's going to have news. It's going to have sports. It's going to have entertainment. We're going to be doing some podcasts. I know Braden's going to be debuting. He and I are going to work on some podcasts this year, some talk shows. We're going to be doing some weekend recaps. We're going to be doing some previews on stuff. We're going to have photo galleries up there. We're going to have highlight reels of games, of other things. Of course, live sports events we're going to continue to do. But, make sure you be on the lookout for that. If you go to our Facebook page right now, Edcouch Elsa News Network or Edcouch Elsa Sports Network, once it is live and once it goes live, we will let you know about that. But we do ask you to please support it. It's everything having to do with the high school, and I got to give credit where credit's due. It's all to these guys right here. It's to Braden. It's to Roberto. It's to, JJ, Anna. I know I'm missing some kids, but they're the ones that have really been the pioneers of this Jacket Network. They put a lot of time in over the summer, and I'm excited. I know Braden's excited about it. So anyway, keep a lookout for that because it's almost here. But anyway, we're about 2 points away from the Lady Jackets taking a 1-0 lead here in this non-district matchup against Edinburg High. Brianna de la Peña gets that one over. Nice defensive play by Sarah Flores. Wow. Sarah Flores with a beautiful save, almost like a David Tyree catch in the Super Bowl, and then gets the ball over. And now we are at set point. Nice shot by India DeVoe. Nice setup by Acevedo. Sarah Flores gets that one over, and that one's going to fall in, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Your Lady Jackets win the first game by a score of 25-12. Braden, speaking about Jacket Network, how excited are you about this? We've put a lot of time and effort into it. We've talked about doing this thing. You've been a part of it. You've been a part of the growth of it. To see it come to fruition, how does it feel, and how excited are you about something that's going to be done here that really has not been done in the Rio Grande Valley?
I'm really excited about it. I've seen it grow since day one. We've been talking about this for a while now. Just all the hard work we've been putting in the summer, the school year, just everything, and it's coming true, so I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, with the podcast and the writing and the the videos and all that stuff that we've done, we've really learned a lot, especially in year one, and have come a long way. These guys have come a long way in year one, and it's only going to get bigger and better. And of course, we got to thank guys like Pete as well. Pete has been with us, for all of these games, and he's a big part of this thing as well. People always want to seem to leave out the camera guys, but no, without him, none of this would be possible. Without the technology guys, none of this would be possible. So we definitely got to, give them some love. I just got word from Coach Ruth Flores. It's called a jump serve. So that is a technical term, jump serve. So forget whatever I called it before. We're gonna say it PC. It is a jump serve. So Braden, you've seen these girls play. So far, you went to the tournament. They got second place. What was it that really impressed you in the tournament that you feel the girls did really well and could really carry them into the season?
Just their effort, their heart. They're not going to give up in any match, no matter how far they're down. They're going to fight to the way, and even if they're up, they're still going to fight and keep the lead, and they're never going to give up.
Yeah, in that tournament, of course, we had the all tournament selections were Megan Acevedo as well as Veronica Elizondo, I think. So we have one young lady here who is getting ready to go to CMU. Yeah, you sit down. Sit right down. Of course, it's Yara Ibarra. Yara, I know you kind of went up there to kind of get set up and everything, knowing that you're pretty close to going to CMU. You leave tomorrow. What's going through your mind right now? Are you nervous, scared, ready? How does it feel?
I'm pretty ready. Pretty ready to go and just play ball like I've always wanted to.
Now you went up there and you kind of got set up in your dorm room and everything. I know Paloma's. I think she's on the way up there today. Nathan should be going up there shortly. Have you met your roommate? Is it going to be Paloma, Neda? Who's your roommate going to be?
My roommate's Paloma.
It is your roommate. Okay. So, how excited are you? You know, we talked about this, and I know this is volleyball, but we got to mention this because this is a great story. You know, Yara, for the longest time, her dream has been to play college basketball. She got hurt. It looked like, wasn't sure if it was going to happen, but she persevered. She just kept working hard. And, we got to thank Mr. Ben Lopez from Central Methodist for giving her this opportunity. And when you finally heard those words, Yada, you're getting a scholarship to play college basketball, was that the sweetest words you have ever heard?
Those were the best words I've heard my whole entire life.
What do you think? Now, have you met your coaches? You went up there a couple times. Have you met your coaches? Have you talked to anybody up there? Kind of tell me about that.
We had a CMU banquet, and I met with the vice president, and everybody was there. We were just talking about how there's going to be a golf program, and he told me that the first day he'd let me meet the coach, and he was telling me about like basketball and how I don't have to worry about like homework on the road because the buses have Wi-Fi to finish all of that. So it was pretty cool.
You leave tomorrow and go to a whole new state. What is it like up there? Are you ready for the winters? Because I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be 70 degrees, 60 degrees. You're looking at maybe 10s if you're lucky. But how much? I mean, what is the campus like? What's the city like? What's the just what is it like around there?
Well, I don't know yet because I haven't been there, but Paloma has.
I thought you were up there to go check into your room and stuff already.
No, my freshman orientation and freshman arrival is Friday.
Oh, so you haven't gone up yet to go? Oh, okay. But you did a virtual tour, is that correct?
A what?
A virtual tour? Didn't you do a virtual tour online?
Yeah.
You did. Okay. Going to a new state and being away from your family and everything, is that going to be the hardest part of all this, or are you ready for it? I know your mom has already told me, it's time to go. Go. That's it. Bye. Sayonara. It's gone. I think she's already got your room converted into something else. So, but is that going to be the hardest part, or do you think that you're mentally ready for it?
I'm pretty ready. The only hard part is not seeing my mom in the stands because she's always been there since middle school.
There you go. Yada, again, I just want to congratulate you. It was your scholarship that you received was one of the best. I mean, it was an unbelievable scholarship that you got. You, Paloma, and Neda, how ironic. The three Ibarras are going to be representing at CMU. Huh?
We're saying we're cousins over there.
There you go. How excited are you to be able to share a room with Paloma?
I don't know how I feel about that because I've known her my whole life. But then knowing her my whole life is like a good thing. But then putting up with her for 4 more years is kind of like...
Well, now, wait a minute. It can't be that bad now. Now, her mom and dad are watching and listening to this right now. So they're listening to you. So if text messages go off, I just want you to know that it's Yada saying this, not myself. But, I mean, I think it's going to make it easier with a transition knowing that, these two girls are up there and it's girls that you're familiar with. So it's not like you're just going in blind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
There you go. So, Yada, go get him. You've worked hard for this. Paloma, I know you're on the road. Same thing. Listen, I want you, Neda, and Yada, I want you to listen to this right now. I want you girls to relish this because you've worked hard for it, and you've earned it. You've earned it. Enjoy it. Represent. And I expect you to make varsity in 2 years. That is my challenge to all of you.
My challenge is to make it this year.
There you go. Okay. Well, then you know what? Y'all make varsity this year. So, Yada, enjoy it. Have fun. Good luck to you. Don't forget about us little people now, okay? All right. So, folks, Yada Ibarra getting ready to take off to Central Methodist University to play basketball. Going to go and get back to the game. It's 9-3, Lady Jackets. So, Braden, while I was talking to Yada, what have you seen so far from the Lady Jackets early on here in set number 2?
They've been attacking the girls. They keep hitting it. They're not shying away from anything they're doing. They're playing their way, and they're making the Lady Bobcats adjust to their game and making them play their way instead of their own way.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So 9-4, Edcouch. Edcouch once again going with the rotation. They have Vida Ibarra in right now. And one thing about this team is they're very versatile. Lady Jackets are very, very versatile. They can pretty much play anywhere. I mean, that's the beauty of this team is the fact that they, they played in a lot of different positions last year. And they played in a lot of tournaments over the summer. I know that Braden was actually at the Toloso Midway. If you notice, he had a couple of videos up there. And then they, I think, won the silver bracket of the Venom Challenge. So they were very active in the summer. And the thing about it is these girls are out to not only win a district championship again, their goal is they want to go 3 deep. And if possible, go to the regional tournament. And Braden, it's not impossible with the experience and with the caliber of teams that they've played over the summer, and especially what they're going to be seeing this week in the sitting tournament.
Yeah, this Lady Jackets team has experience, has youth in it with some new pickups, and also they can play at every position, and they're out to make it deep farther than they were last year. They're determined, and I'm excited to see what they can do.
Well, and there's 6 seniors on this team. So these 6 seniors want to make this season as special as they can. Of course, last year was special with the fact that they won that district championship and went 13-1. And, of course, we all remember we were 13-0 going to that final game against Brownsville Vets at home. And, unfortunately, Vets, I'll give them credit. They got that one. But, he still won the title, which was a big thing. So, but I know that Edcouch also, right now they're one of the favorites to win this district with Brownsville Vets again. But I tell you what, not that they're looking forward, Braden, but that on that schedule, they have circled and highlighted that Brownsville Veterans game.
Yeah, they've circled it. They're super excited. They're going to work towards that. And it's going to be really fun to see this district's matchups between these two teams, both the first and second game. And this is going to be a good district race for the title.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are evenly matched. And it's definitely going to be a match of the ages. So right now, 12-6, Lady Jackets on top. Again, they look really good defensively, offensively. I mean, they're doing all the right things. They're playing really good on the front line. One thing I'm seeing that I really like is the hitting up front. Obviously that's one area where Paloma and Neda really, really shined. But, Braden, I'm impressed with our front row. We know our back row was going to be strong. But I'm pretty impressed with what I'm seeing right now from the front row. And even with the rotation, we're going to be pretty solid. And that was one area that Coach Trevino was a little concerned with.
Yes, John. Our front row is doing really well, and our back row's been solid for a while now. And they're keeping the pressure on them with the front row hits, and it's really impressive to me right now, and I like what I'm seeing.
So, again, we are in set number 2, 13-6. The Lady Jackets over the Edinburg High Lady Bobcats. Once again, John Cannon and Braden DeVoe live here at the Robert M. Capello Senior Gymnasium. This is the first home game of the season for the Lady Jackets. Of course, like I said, Lady Jackets come into this contest 6-2 overall. They opened the season at Laredo, where they took on Rowe and Laredo United. And I'll tell you what, Laredo United is loaded. And they've been loaded every year, but they are low dead. And that's a team that a lot of people think can go, regional tournament and maybe even a step further than that. So to be able to match up with a team like that obviously helps you. And then, of course, in the Donna tournament, we saw the likes of San Benito, who's a solid club. We saw Laredo Martin. And also we got a taste of Harlingen South, who is 8-0. They're 8-0 right now in non-district play. They're undefeated. And high expectations for South. So, one thing about Coach Trevino is she definitely she loads that non-district schedule up and does it for a reason because, again, she's not only looking at district now, she's looking past. It's not about district titles anymore. It's about we need to win that by-district title. We need to win that area title. We need to get back to the third round, and if we can, become regional quarterfinalists and get into that regional tournament because that is the ultimate goal. So, 16-6, Lady Jackets, Sarah Flores back to serve. And again, Vida Ibarra up front. Shades of her sister Paloma, wearing the same jersey number 15. Of course, Vida is a freshman. High expectations for her. And my question is, Braden, I'm going to let you answer this. Could Vida be better than Paloma was when it's all said and done?
Well, John, you know what they say about siblings, that the younger one's going to be better than the older one. But Vita's got some big shoes to fill, but I think she can pull it out and be better than her older sister.
Yeah, I know they've had some really high hopes for her in junior high. She was a tremendous player. And as a freshman, she's starting. And, of course, remember Paloma started as a freshman as well. So, definitely she brings a lot to the table. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Braden in India. Of course, India's the better athlete than Braden is. So, and I think Braden's mother would agree that so I had to throw that in there. I had to throw that in there. I mean, hey, that's what it's all about. Braden's looking at me just like, really, Cannon, you had to go there. So.
In defense, because it's sports, so it's evenly matched up.
Well, now she was a varsity player last year, and of course you were a JV player. So, if we want to get technical, so we have a carry. It's 21-6. Lady Jackets, well in control of this second set. I mean, so far, with the exception of at one point in the first set, Edinburg came on a little bit, scored 6 straight points to cut this thing to about 6, and ever since then, it has been all Lady Jackets. And again, we're seeing that experience. We're seeing that experience for Edcouch. Again, when you have 7 returning players and you have 6 seniors on the team, it's to be expected. And but I mean, if you're Edinburg, one thing that I would say is you're getting a good test, and this is definitely something that you can build off of. So 22-7, Arissa Cavazos, libero, and in comes number 4, Juliana Garces. And she's got some height on her, Braden. I tell you what, she's she might be our new version of Nada, with the height. Of course, Nada was a 5'11", but Juliana's she's a pretty tall girl there.
Yeah, Juliana's pretty tall. She's got the skills to block, and she's gonna be good.
Well said. So 23-7. Megan Acevedo gets that one over one-handed. Nice set. Sarah Flores from the back row able to get that one over. And Elizondo, and again, I said that earlier. Being a lefty, when she gets that thing over, you just don't know where it's going to fall. And it kind of happened right there. It fell where you think it would fall straight down. It kind of came in just a little bit and landed right there. So advantages of being a lefty. So 24-8. Again, we are at set point. Lady Jackets looking to take a 2-0 lead. Sambillo gets that one set up. Nelizondo pops that one over. And that's it, 25-8. Lady Jackets with a 2-0 lead. Just found out from Pete, today is National Lefty Day. So, to all you lefties out there, we won't leave you out. You won't get left out. So, Braden, we talked a little bit about the girls being really active this summer. You went with them, and I know they competed Toloso and also when the Venom Challenge. Were there any other tournaments that they were in? Were those pretty much the two main ones that they played in this year?
They played in the Toloso, the Venom Challenge. They went to Laredo and played. They're going to go back. They're going to go to Sinton next week and as well as Laredo. So they got two more big tournaments.
Yeah, we're going to run through the schedule here for a little bit with you, just kind of let you guys know what we got coming up. For the Lady Jackets, as we said, they're going to Sinton. And then next Tuesday night, it's going to be a family rivalry, I guess we could say. And it's kind of taken place for a couple of years. We travel to Mission Vets to take on the Lady Patriots. And as you know, Coach Trevino and Diana Lerma are sisters. And normally there's some trash talking going on before that match. And last year, Vets got us. Vets got us. But Trevino told me during our preview, Braden, she goes, this one's mine. This one's mine. And I tell you what, Vets is no joke. But this team, our Lady Jackets, I honestly think they can match up with the likes of Mission Vets.
Yeah, our Lady Jackets can probably hang with the Vets, and I think they can pull it out if they work together and just keep playing their game.
And then from there, we're going to go through the rest of the non-district schedule. That'll be, of course, next Tuesday night. Then they travel to Laredo United to participate in the tournament there, varsity tournament. Of course, this is all varsity. And then on the 27th, we travel to Harlingen to take on the Lady Cardinals. August 31st on a Saturday, we will be at San Benito. September 3rd, we will face Roma at Roma, and then we come back home. Hopefully by then, the new gym will be ready, or the newer gym will be ready. We're hoping it should be ready for Brownsville Hannah. That's going to be our next home game. That'll be September 6th on a Friday. And then, of course, our final non-district match will be against PSJ Memorial on Tuesday, September 10th at PSJ. So, again, we do have the schedule located on the Edcouch Elsa Sports Network Facebook page. Also, you can get all of your information, all your sports information there. Going to be a busy week for sports. We've got, on Friday, Braden, we have the Yellow Jacket Invitational cross country. I know we're really excited about the high expectations for our boys team this year, as well as our girls. Of course, our girls went to state last year for the first time in school history as a team. And then with the boys, we have a lot coming back, a lot of experience. So that's going to be on Friday. And then Friday night, the football team has their first scrimmage as they will be in Donna competing in a tri-scrimmage against Donna and Harlingen South. So a lot going on here in EE land. It's the start of a brand new sports year. Last year, Braden, we talked about it was just a special season. So many district championships, so many, playoff appearances, so many memorable moments. But I'm going to ask you, in volleyball, if you could name one moment that you'll never forget from last year, which one was it and why?
It was Paloma's 1,000th kill, and it's because, if I remember correctly, I think that was my first time being on the show and commentating with you, and it was just really cool to just share that moment with everybody, and it was just amazing.
I actually have two. I have two moments. Paloma's 1,000th kill was electric. I mean, we were on Paloma Watch all year long. It happened at home against Harlingen. So that was definitely, I mean, we had a packed house. You had signs everywhere. It was a big night. But if you remember, and I talked about it earlier, Megan Acevedo scoring 25 straight service points, if you remember, in that one contest, I believe against Brownsville Porter, and made history with that. I mean, 25 straight service points. That's unheard of. So to me, those were my two biggest moments of last year. But yeah, definitely, you know, the 1,000th club was really a big deal. And you know, again, I know Paloma and her mom and dad are listening right now or watching, hopefully. And they're on their way to Missouri as Paloma prepares for her freshman year to play volleyball for the Lady Eagles. And again, you know, you'll never be forgotten here. You're going to go down as one of the greats. And now it's time to go cement your legacy up there at Central Methodist. So 4-1 Lady Jackets on top. And Arissa Cavazos tried to get that one over. She kind of dug a little right-handed, but just hit it off the edge of her palm. And so Edinburg High cuts the lead 4-2. Indy DeVoe with a nice tip. Brenda de la Pena able to get that one over. Sarah Flores, nice kill shot. Nicely defended. We got a nice little volley here going on by Edcouch and Edinburg High. Again, nice defense by Edinburg on the net. So we do have a net call, but I tell you what, I got to give, and I apologize for not having a roster, number 10 and number 9 for Edinburg up front were like a wall during that volley and did a really nice job there. So 5-2 Lady Jackets. That one is out, side out. That one falls in once again, 6-3 Lady Jackets. Of course, if they win this one, it is game, set, match. They will sweep this one 3-0. Of course, right now, school does not officially start until the 26th. That'll be day one. Of course, all the teachers, we've been here. We started back yesterday. Got to see all my cohorts and everybody. And, of course, some of my students here, Braden, Roberto, Anna, JJ, Caitlin, you know, some of the others. Paul, can't forget Paul. Seen them all year long, and so, you know, it's not like they've missed me or anything. You know, they've been with me here quite a while, but again, they're so passionate about what we're doing and really want to have a big year, and you know, really want to be a big part of this Jacket Network. And Braden's going to be a big piece of that puzzle. You know, he's going to be doing a lot of, like I said, a lot of broadcasts, a lot of commentating himself. He's only a junior, so I've got 2 more years with him. But his goal is to be the next Stephen A. Smith. That's what he wants to do. And I tell you, and as Mom's looking over here, from last year to this year, he's gotten so much better. because if I got 6 words out of him, I was lucky. Now, I can't shut him up. And that's a good thing. Because Stephen A. Smith, he lets it go. And I told Braden, let it go. Let it go. Don't hold back. I mean, man, that's Stephen A. for you. So that's Braden's challenge this year, is he's got to be Stephen A. Jr. And I expect by the end of the year, he better show me that. So, Braden, are you up for that challenge?
I'm up for it, and I'll take it and do good with it.
There you go. So 8-5. Got to give Edinburg credit. I'll tell you what, coming into this third set, knowing that it's kind of do or die for them, they're really playing well, matching up in this set, in this third set here against the Lady Jackets. De La Peña. That one over. Nice dig by Arisa Cavazos. And I tell you, she's one of the, and I'm going to say it, she's one of the premier liberos in the Valley. You know, one thing about it is she's also a goalie. And so, you know, she's a protector. And as a libero, she's as solid as can be. And I expect her this year to receive some really, really high honors, not only in district, but I think also in the Valley, Braden. I think she could be up there as a nominee for Libero of the Year for the entire Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah, Adi's really good. She plays goalie, as you said, and she plays libero, so she's going to be a pretty great goalie and libero. So she could earn rewards in both soccer and volleyball, and she can be one of the best in both sports.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great defender. And she you know, in soccer, of course, you're diving for that ball and moving. So in volleyball, it's kind of, you know, the same thing. You know, you're diving, going for the ball, and she's got a great eye for it as well. So. So Edcouch 11-7 here in set number 3. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us on YouTube tonight. John Cannon alongside Braden DeVoe and Pete Vallejo. Pete is very excited about his number 2 pick in the fantasy draft. Looking at taking Zeke Elliott. I'm surprised. But seeing that he's a hardcore Cowboy fan, no. Actually, Pete is a Bills fan. And, you know, I never saw him being a Bills fan, but I tell you, he's hardcore when it comes to Buffalo. And I like their defense this year. I think they got a good defense. I love Josh Allen. I really like Josh Allen. The big question is going to be Shady. That, you know, if Shady can even be half of what he was, you got to like it. But they've revamped that O-line. They've got some young receivers. They got Cole Beasley in there. So they got John Brown. You know, so they definitely have built some weapons around their quarterback. So my team, I'm going to be honest, that I think is really going to make some noise this year, and it's probably not a sleeper, is going to be Cleveland. I think Baker Mayfield, you laugh all you want, Baker Mayfield is going to be a stud. Chubb is going to be a stud. You've got OBJ. You've got Jarvis Landry. You got David Njoku. You got a great offensive line. You got a great defense. I mean, they got Kareem Hunt, you know, but yeah, he's going to be suspended for a while. But I'll tell you what, Chubb is a stud. Nick Chubb is really going to be something. And I'll tell you what, if Kareem Hunt thinks he's just going to come in and win that job, he's got another thing coming. Because he took that job away from Duke Johnson, and he took that job away from, they traded Crowell and Carlos Hyde. So tells you a lot about the faith that they have in this guy. So I know we're bouncing all over the place, you know. I'm sure people are saying, I thought this was a volleyball game, but it is. we're just giving you some insight here. Huh? Oh, well. Yeah, we'll see about that. Right now we're in football mode. Basketball hasn't started yet. Yeah, I got to say, I got to give the Clippers credit for getting Kawhi and Paul George. And I like the pieces that they have on that team. I mean, Golden State now is they're talking about them maybe not even making the playoffs. So, the Clippers, L.A., you got to wonder about L.A. I mean, the Lakers, what they could do. Of course, they got AD, and they have LeBron. I mean, the one team I really want to see is the Nets. I want to see what the Nets can do. Because, man, with Irving and KD.
But KD's out for the first year.
No, I know, but still. Once they get him, they're gonna be tough. So 14-10, Lady Jackets are on top. I do apologize for us kind of getting off track a little bit. We're big sports fans. We love to talk about it. So 14-11. Who?
You forgot to mention the Rockets now that they got.
Oh yeah, the Rockets with Westbrook. That's gonna be scary. I'll tell you what, the Western Conference is going to be a lot of fun this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm going to tell you what, the Pelicans is a team to watch because that trade with the Lakers, to me, it worked out best for New Orleans because you got Lonzo Ball, you got Brandon Ingram, you got Josh Hart, and then in the draft, you got Zion Williamson. Exactly. I mean, and you got Drew Holiday. That's a good team. That is a well-rounded team. So 14-11, Lady Jackets are up. Edinburg fighting to stay alive in this third set. I'm not saying that Edcouch is playing bad. Edinburg is coming on. One thing that Braden and I saw last year, nice shot by Sarah Flores, and this was something that hurt us a couple times. First two sets, we'd look incredible. And then that third, we'd kind of take our foot off the gas a little bit. And then next thing you know, momentum would shift. And we had a couple of teams take us to 5 sets, Braden. And that's one thing Trevino said, I do not want to see this year. I want us to slam the door shut. So, here right now, Edcouch still in control. But, you got to wonder, is it Edcouch maybe taking their foot off a little bit? Or is it just Edinburg kind of playing knowing that it's do or die for them right now? Or maybe a mixture of both?
I think it's a mixture of both, because you can see it. Edcouch is probably taking their foot off the gas because they're up by 4 and they can coast it all the way there. But Edinburgh's thinking, it's fight right now. There's no flight reaction right now. It's fight to get back in this game because if we lose, and that's it.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I like if they've cleaned up their defense. Edinburg has really cleaned up their defense. I mean, their little libero, number 14, has really, been digging deep down there to get some of those those balls that are down there, and then the lady Bobcats, the mistakes they were making earlier, they've really kind of cleaned them up. And again, this is all experience. This is experience that you want to get. So, and this is the best time to do it. You do it in non-district play. That's when you get your experience. So 17-12 Edcouch on top. Vera Ibarra scored that point for the Lady Jackets, 18-12. Back to serve Sarah Sumbillo. Of course, Sumbillo, our catcher for the softball team. I'm sure Ruth Flores can hear me over there, giving you a little shout out for Sumbillo. So timeout, 19-12 Edcouch. And I tell you, Braden, I got to give Edinburg some credit in this one. You know, it looked like their Edcouch was just going to kind of cruise on this third set, but Edinburg is showing us something here in this third, defensively and even on the offensive side as well.
Yeah, the Lady Bobcats tightened up their defense, started hitting more on offense. It's just, I thought the Yellow Jackets was going to go through this 3-0. They might force it, maybe, if they keep playing how they're doing. They might push it to a close game in the third set.
So there you go. Again, great crowd on hand here at the Capello Gym. So many memories here. You know, you look around and look at all the banners up here, and a lot of it basketball, boys basketball. You know, the gym is named after Capello for a reason. You know, he did some amazing things as a basketball coach here at Edcouch Elsa, and numbers don't lie, banners don't lie. I mean, you know, 1,000 wins. You know, one of the winningest coaches in the state of Texas, absolute living legend. And, you know, every time people come in here, you see that big old banner up there, and, you know, it's well-deserved. Very, very well-deserved. So 20-12, the Lady Jackets 5 points away from game, set, and match here. Sambillo. Juliana Garcia is able to get that one over. And if you notice, Edinburg now trying to keep it away from the front line. They're trying to clear the ball more into the back row. So 20-13, set number 3. Ibarra tries to get a kill and then ends up getting it back on the defensive side. Sarah Flores, nice kill shot. And I tell you what, that libero for Edinburg, man, she's coming on strong. That there's been some power shots hit to her, man. I tell you, she's challenging those shots. Garces with a little tip. Cavazos gets it over. And they're calling palm ball on that one, 22-13. Lady Jackets 3 points away from a clean sweep. That one in the net for Flores, and she doesn't do that very often. With this win, the Lady Jackets will improve to 7-2 in non-district play. Great start for them right now. You know, of course, they're really going to be battle tested in the Sinton tournament. We will have the schedule up for you for the Sinton tournament, and again, you know, we will make sure to put the scores. We will post scores for you. Coach Cesar Salinas, you gotta send him a shout out. He always does a great job of getting me the scores. During their away games. So we will make sure to post all the scores for you. And also hopefully should have that tournament schedule up for you by tomorrow. So Elizondo to the lefty. And again, I tell you what, number 14, man. Wow. So here we go, 24-14. This is a match point for the Lady Jackets. Marissa Cavazos looking to seal the deal. And Elizondo, and again, I tell you what, give that libero for Edinburg. Man, those have been some thunder shots. And she's gone down and defended every one of them. Wow, man. So 24-15, we are not done yet. Lady Jackets still at match point. Nice save by Sarah Flores. Sombillo with a tip over. Set, and here comes spike by Elizondo. Nice save by Edinburg. Brianna de la Pena just almost called for a net call. Elizondo to the left. He tips that one over. Nice job up front by de la Pena. Comes a set. And Vida Ibarra with a spike. That one defended. And that's all she wrote. 2 hits. And that's going to call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. Your final score, 25-15, Lady Jackets. Braden, 7-2 for Edcouch. Nice sweep tonight. Got to give Edinburg credit. They came back. But you know what? One thing I like about Edcouch is even though we saw Edinburg came back, they kept their composure. They fixed their mistakes and went right back to doing what they're supposed to do. That's playing aggressive volleyball.
Yeah, John, the Yellow Jackets stayed composed. They kept striking when they needed to, and they pulled out the W.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for joining us. I want to thank Pete on the camera. Of course, Braden joining me, and myself, John Cannon. I want to thank you for joining us on this broadcast. Don't forget to follow us on the Edcouch Elsa ISD YouTube page, as well as on the Edcouch Elsa Sports Network Facebook page. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you next time. Have a great night.